Nigga fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man. Drop this shit. What up?
Mike P on your mic was goody.
Yo, what's poppin', Cass? How we doing, bro?
Yo, I'm chilling, bro. I just can't help but smell my niggas in this battle. Daylyt, a legend. Let's talk about now that the battle's over with, man. How you feeling, bro?
I feel good. I mean, like, you know, obviously, from what a lot of people, if you can't tell already, like, it translated. It was way better in the building than I feel like it was on cam. Kind of a disservice as far as, like, the audio is considered. But, I mean,
Yeah.
I feel great, bro. I mean, you know, for me, I thought it was the best I've ever done.
Okay.
I went toe-to-toe with, you know, one of the biggest guys in battle rap in his debut, and I actually think I took the win. So, you know, debatable battle, obviously, I have no problem with them getting it today. But, yeah, man, I feel great, bro. I feel great. I feel like I did exactly what I need to do.
Yo, Mike P, you came a long way, man. Did you ever stop and look back like, damn?
Yeah, man. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I stop and think about the fact that it ain't even been a year since I battled Haitian. You know what I mean? For my first PG, you know what I mean? So, like, of course, bro, I'll look back. It's wild, man. I mean, I still got a lot to do, but, you know, just the fact that I'm here now and, you know, I did what I did, it's a wild feeling. If I really sit back and think about it, it's crazy.
Okay. So as far as you, what was your preparation going into the battle? You know he plays mind games and whatnot, so how did you come at Daylyt? Was you prepared for an antic or what?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to write in a way, well, you know, everybody tries to say, like, the problem with Daylyt is, you know, you don't know what he's going to do. But for me, you know, those mind games didn't work because what I tend to focus on when I'm battling somebody is what am I going to do? You know what I mean? My main focus is how good can I make me. My approaches towards him was really, and if you really watch through the battle, like, it was you know, foreshadowing anything he might talk about and kind of semi-rebuttaling him in every single round. I wanted to prep in a way that I spoke on everything and did everything as far as, you know, rhyme schemes, rhyme patterns, punches, haymakers, personals, jokes. You know what I mean? Like, I knew I needed to do everything. As far as the mind games, like, there were no mind games. He is stupid, He is silly, he does his shit, but it doesn't literally get in my head and bother me to the point where I am not able to write rounds for him. So, you know, the preparation was obviously a little different, but it was different in the sense that he's a veteran rapper and I've never dealt with a veteran before. I think it's a little easier to battle people that are in the up-and-comer because, you know, you don't really have much on them. And even if you do, the crowd or the viewers at home don't really know that much about him. So your main objective is just to bar out. You know what I mean? So that was the real difficulty in prepping for Daylyt. It was the fact that he was my first big name, and it was, you know, it was hard to, you know, try to talk about him in an original way that many people haven't, because you know so much about these guys that, you know, you tend to, you know, take the same approach that a lot of people took. So I made sure I took a different approach.
How do you feel about this? About the presence he has? I felt like watching it. I felt like he has a certain kind of presence.
Yo, I mean,
really,
like,
I can't even explain what it is, but they just command respect. When it comes to Daylyt, it's just like they was really respecting him. I feel like.
I mean, I said in the third round, you got the draw. I'll give you that. I mean, there's something about him to where it's like, you know, like when he says some wild shit, it gets wild reaction, and when he says some shit that really anybody could come up with, it still has that power, you know what I mean? And I knew that coming in. I knew that would be, you know, a wild disadvantage, that he has that aura to where it's like he could say anything and people will just absolutely lose their minds. So I knew that was a fight coming in, but like once again, man, like it really doesn't translate. Like how that battle really went, like y'all would be having a completely different conversation if the audio sounded anything like it was in the building, bro. Like it was
the
crazy.
Difference? What was the difference? I'm hearing the audio levels were lowered down. Is that true? I mean, was niggas really going crazy like that in the building?
I mean, you could literally hear it when you're watching it. They were low. I guess they were catching the audio in the back because, I mean, it sounded like there was 7 people in the building at times. And if you actually watch the battle, there's a lot of times where me and Daylyt seem to just stop laughing. like in the middle of silence, every time we were doing that, we were stopping because motherfuckers were reacting. I don't know what was going on, but I think what I think happened is maybe the front audio, the audio in the front where we were rapping, I think when the crowd were reacting, maybe it was just too loud. So I guess they were using the audio in the back, because in the front, I mean, like, I was watching it the first time I watched it, I was like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is going on? What is the reaction? Like, it made me feel like I was crazy. Because you had people in the building, they were reacting to everything. So what sounded like a wild bar was way louder than it was. And like I said, man, I don't even need to try to explain myself. You just got to watch the battle. Look at all the times where it seemed like me and Daylyt just stopped rapping in silence, or you hear like one little whisper. We were getting reaction every single time, and you know, it not only takes away from the battle, it makes their subconscious like, oh, this battle wasn't even that good. You know what I mean? When no one's reacting, they're not even saying that. Well, you know what I mean? I already hear a lot of, especially battle rappers, got a lot to say about this battle. Like, y'all don't even realize it. If the audio was the way it was, y'all wouldn't even be having these conversations, because it was a fire battle in the building. I still think it's fire on cam, but, you know, it really does not translate to how that battle really went down.
God damn, that sucks, man. Because, like, I'm going to be real with you. I still like the battle, though. I thought y'all was going on. Can I say something, though? I do feel like there was a time, like, I was in the third, where you really zoned out. Like your trailer bars, like, when you come like that, you're going to be hard to beat, yo. You're going to be hard to beat.
No, absolutely. And you know what? This is a testament to why I progress every single time, because when I see these battles drop, I realize, you know, what my strong points are now in my career, and what my weak points are. And, you know, now that I see that, you know, I know I got to focus more on being that type of rapper. I like talking to people. Because it resonates. For me, it's being a true battle rapper. It's you know, you're breaking people down to their core. And I was talking to this man. I mean, in the third round, bro, the last 8 bars that I had up until I had that little, you know, whatever the hell you want to call that, choke or jersey moment, I was speaking to his soul. And, you know, even though the audio didn't, you know, it sounded like there was crickets, it still got like a tiny bit of reaction. So I think I'm going to fall back on really trying to break people down, because it seems like nobody wants to hear me, you know, talk. So, you know, if it means I got to spaz out more, I got to spaz out more. So, you know,
I don't think it's the fact that niggas don't want to hear you talk. Cause I thought you broke them down. Like, I thought you did everything a battle rapper is supposed to do, and that's another thing that's gonna come down to this battle on who people actually have, because it's not a clear battle. From what I see, people have you winning rounds 1 and 3, and people have Daylyt winning rounds 2 and 3. It comes down to the third, and I think the way that you stopped definitely played a part in it. Like, what happened? Was it a choke, or was it?
I had 4 lines left, and this has never happened to me before during the battle. I had just finished the Walking Towards the Light But You Dying, and then in my brain, out of nowhere, usually when I'm spitting the last line, there's that split second when my brain just kind of lets me know what the next line is, and for some reason, kind of just short-circuited, and I was like, holy shit, what's the last 4 bars? And thank God you can't hear in the audio, but they reacted to the Walking Towards the Light But You Dying, so I actually had a chance to collect myself, and then I was like, oh, okay, I had the first line right in my head. I was like, all right, bet. I remember the 4 bars, and then I said the first line, and then that split second was like, I don't know, bruh, just wrap it up, and I was just like, whatever, time. It was my last 4 bars, too, and you know what sucks is it wouldn't have even counted towards actually winning the battle, but it was a perfect way to sum it up, because, I mean, you know, that's one thing I'm proud of myself. I'm proud that I actually really felt like I knew what he was going to do, and I think the way I wrote for him was exactly how it planned out. But the last 4 lines was supposed to be, I don't even know what I said. See what I'm saying, bro? I don't even remember what I said. I said it only matters how you rap, and you know that, especially. That's the line everyone knows. The chef worried to get Steph curried with his own recipe. They asked me and you to book it, and I took it respectfully, knowing anybody else would have died to you except for me. That was supposed to be that. I know, man. I know. But, like...
Yeah, that was a good ending, Mike.
But it was literally, if there was one thing that I wanted to make sure I said, it was those last 4 bars. So it's not like I had a 16 left one because there was a fucking time limit that I went by, but that's that's besides the point. But I just really wanted to get that out because that was the feel in the building. I mean, obviously, once again, like the audio don't translate it, but, that crowd was rocking. And every time Daylyt would finish a round, the feeling in the crowd was, oh, here's the round where, Daylyt takes it clearly. Here's the round where Mike P's dead. After that 3rd round, bro, that crowd was all over me. You know what I mean? And it was like the whole premise of that whole entire battle was like everybody really thought I was going to die, and that was the whole talk on the internet for months, bro. Like, I had 99% of the people on the internet had me not losing. They had me dying. And I'm tired of that shit, and I knew I was going to shut people the fuck up. I just wish I got those last 3 out, man, but I'm happy regardless. Learn my lesson.
I got to keep it real, bro. That's another thing I was realizing, B. Like, all right, first round, I gave you the first round. I really thought his first round was underrated, but it wasn't direct. See, that's the thing about Daylyt, B, is his bars ain't really direct. The whole him putting the mask on, kissing the stage, to me, I could be overlooking it, but that was to everybody who said he would never make URL. It was a bigger picture behind all that.
Of course.
I seen it. So it's just like, for you to be breaking down his win-loss columns, the fact he was supposed to be on Summer Madness 3, and now he got you for 500, and all this shit. The stage 4 line was just insane and shit. It's just like you broke this nigga to the smallest molecule possible. But the thing about it is he chooses to rap so advanced. It's just like a lot of niggas think it's gibberish, but I realized if you really just come up watching comic books and cartoons and TV shows, you can really make sense of a lot of shit he's saying. So it's like he raps like overall, and it's weird, but it has to be weird to battle against somebody like that.
It is, man, and this is kind of the demon that I'm fighting right now on social media because this is how good Daylyt is as far as like mastering the audience. He's so damn good at rapping that like it's 2 things that happen. One, the people don't realize that he's not battling. Like the people don't even catch on to the fact that all he's doing is just showing y'all extreme. Like I said in the 3rd, every damn event you just flash in 10 and not involved in scrap. Like every single battle. All you do is say some unbelievable rapping, which is great, but it blinds people. And then 2, then the whole conversation online gets into what he was actually talking about, and it makes it even deeper of a mask over the fact that he wasn't battling. Because now motherfuckers their minds are blown when they're like, oh my God, the 33 and the triangle, and that meant that this and that meant that, and you got to do this and you got to do that. And then it becomes even more of a man, like Daylyt really, he was burning Mike P. And then it's just like, nah, he wasn't even speaking to me for the most part. You know what I mean? Like, he had his direct moments. But if you're talking about a structured rap battle, what you're supposed to do in a rap battle, I feel like I did what, you should have done way more than he did. But, that's the beast in Daylyt. That's what you got to get through. And, it's just...
It seems like battle rap is going more towards the aggressive poetry way. Am I reaching when I say that, you think? Or is that like a lot? Because you look at chess bars, some esteemed bar, a lot of them, they may flip your name in it, but they're not that direct. They're just punchlines that are structured a certain kind of way. And it seems like battle rap is somewhat going in that direction. Do you agree with that or not?
I do in a sense. I mean, there's so many facets of the game. There's so many styles. There's so many ways of rapping. I think you have that kind of, Steam's chess combination of that and maybe me, Briz, where it's like, we're all very aggressive, but there's just different ways of sending that aggression. Steam's chess, man, you got to see when the Saga comes out because chess scared me, man. He was talking to Saga. Chess had angles against the Saga, you know what I mean, which is something that I've never seen chess do. So I think he's evolving as a battle rapper, and I think the aggression is a big plus. I think in this era because it's showing heart, bro. And another thing is like vets don't really have that because they don't really care about it for the most part. So I think we're heading towards that, but I don't think there's a problem with that anyway, especially if you're evolving with it. You know what I mean? Chess has his aggression, he has his punchlines, but he's evolved, which I can't wait to see him versus Saga on camp.
So all right. So Daylyt is So is he a battle rapper? I mean, it's weird because like the whole Gauntlet Infinity line. Like that shit was fire when you think about Thanos and Marvel superheroes. That shit is fire. But you know what I mean? Like you said, the jewels and the punch. But it's not so much directed to discrediting you or tearing you down.
I know. Like this is the thing that's like, it's not even frustrating because I'm extremely happy with what I did. I'm extremely happy. There's a lot of people saying I won. There's a lot of people saying he won.
Definitely.
It's a debatable battle, and I'm okay with that. But that's where I'm getting at. Like, he reminds me of Jonai, right? Like, I respect Jonai a lot. But the thing about Jonai is he has a lot of hot lines. Like, he has a lot of lines where he just talks about him. And they're hot, and people react, but it's extremely indirect. That Daylyt bar is a fire bar. There's jewels in the punch, the Infinity Gauntlet. But where in that setup, where in that bar or line or 4 bars are you counting towards beating Mike P in that round? And if you are actually take those 4 bars and then take his next 4 bars and take his next 4 bars. That's how I judge battles. I watch battles and it's like, yeah, you could be saying something hot. You could have hot bars about a recipe for fucking cupcakes, but if it's not about me, I'm not counting that towards did you win this round. So that's for me. That's for me why I think I beat Daylyt rounds 1, rounds 2. I think the third round is very close, but that's why I think I beat Day. I beat Day because I battled him, and I was telling people way before on the internet. I was saying this a million times, bro. He's really good at rapping, but he's not gonna rap. He's not gonna battle for the most part. He was directed a lot of times, but it's just those bars don't count towards me, man. I don't care how hot the line is. We are in a rap battle. We're not in a cipher, bro.
This shit is weird, man. This shit is, oh man, it's weird, man. Because some of the hottest bars, bars weren't aimed towards you. They weren't,
bro. Like,
but they were, but on top of it, but they were fire though. That's the problem. They were super fire. They weren't even fired to the point that you got to ignore it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what that. And like I said, like it's hard to ignore lines like that. But there's a lot of people in the battle world that don't look at shit like that. Like there's so many people that can't even stand back and go, yeah, that was fire, but that's got nothing to do with the battle. All right, what does he say next? You know what I mean? People just listen to the round like, ooh, oh my God, Infinity Gauntlet, this and that, and this and that. And then they, without even thinking of it, they're like, damn, son, Mike P just got smoked in the second round. Nah, bro, if we going by like technical, what a fucking rap battle is, bro, like it's, that second round is closer than it appears. 12-minute round or not, like, and that I give myself more props than that. There's people giving me that second round, and I had 3 minutes of material.
If anything, I gave you the third round.
What happened?
If anything, I gave you the third round. The AC/DC scheme with the wins and all that shit was fire though.
Oh, the ABAB with the Daylyt coming, now you want to go home?
Yeah, all that shit was fire. You had some fire in the second round now, I think, but I can't even front. I just thought that Daylyt's second round was crazy. I thought the third is where it was just like, yo, Mike P might have snuck the third in, B. He might have got that.
Yeah. That's what I'm seeing. A lot of people that got me winning, I'm seeing 1 and 3. Which, once again, like, I'm fine with, bro. Like, I got no problem. Like, I have no problem with anybody. If you say Daylyt 3-0, you're a retard, because y'all might want to debate the first round, but his first round literally had nothing to do with me. He was talking about the PGs. He was talking about this. He was talking about everything but me. He snuck a few punchlines in, but I literally, like, I thought I won that round half of the way through. I thought I took it half of the way through my round. I took it from a technical standpoint, and then from just, me just punching them out. But, 2-1 Day, that's fine with me, bro. You got Daylyt winning, okay, that's great. But, as long as people are aware that it's a debatable battle, that's fine with me. And then once again, even if
Drop this shit.
I know what I did.
Fucking head, man. Drop this shit.
Okay, ask me.